Welcome to Oulu Entrepreneurship Society podcast. I'm your host Muhammad Ahmad, and today we have an exciting guest, Kaisa Salonpää. Kaisa is an entrepreneur, a master's student in international business management at Oulu Business School. She's also a treasurer of Oulu ES Society. She has over 4 years of entrepreneurship experience with expertise in content creation, digital marketing, and business operations. But that's just scratching the surface. Kaisa, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Let's start from the beginning. You have been an entrepreneur for over 4 years.
Yes.
What inspired you to start your journey in business?
I think it was the freedom that it provided, like not having to worry about summer job applications or like especially because it was the start of COVID, so not having to worry about the place where I am at. So being able to do whatever I want from wherever I want. So that really inspired me.
Yeah, I agree with
being
you.
able to work on my own terms, not having anybody to tell me what to do.
That's great. Starting a business is one thing, but sustaining it and growing it takes considerable amount of efforts and time. Can you tell us about some of the biggest challenges you faced as an entrepreneur, and how did you overcome those challenges?
Yeah, that's a very, very interesting question. I don't think I even remember all the problems anymore that I have faced. I think maybe the biggest one has been, finding the motivation and energy to do the work every day. Because when you start a business at the beginning, you don't really have anything other than the idea. Like, you believe in your idea, you see that it has potential in it. Maybe other people don't even see that yet. But at first, you're not getting paid to do what you do, but you still need to put in the work every day. You need to keep doing it, the same thing over and over again. And that can be also scary. Like, there is no guarantee that it's gonna work out. There is no guarantee that you will be paid for it in the future. So that was a bit difficult at the beginning, but then I kept doing it, and in the end it paid off.
I agree, and some uncertainties are involved into all of this.
Yeah.
Many people dreamed of running a business, but they don't have any idea what it takes behind the scene. Can you walk us through a typical day of your life as an entrepreneur?
Yeah, these days I am not like a full-time entrepreneur. I have a bunch of other things that I'm focusing on, like Oulu ES, obviously my study is currently writing a thesis. And this business that I was working on for like 4 years, I'm not really doing it anymore, but it's like giving me passive income. But I'm not a very good person with routines. I wish I was the person who goes to sleep like every day at the same time and wakes up at 6 a.m. or whatever and does the same things every day. But I don't know, I just try to do what I need to get done.
Got it. So managing daily business operations, content creation, as well as the digital marketing, it feels like a lot. How did you organize yourself and ensure that every task is taking some considerable amount of time so that you can achieve your goals that you have set?
Yeah, I think I have always been bad at determining how much time a certain task takes. So I always tend to be like, it's not gonna take that much time. Like, I'll schedule like 2 hours for it, but then it takes like, I don't know, 2 days. So what was the question again? I forgot.
I was asking, how did you organize yourself despite having so many tasks like digital marketing, content creation, and all that?
Yeah. I I don't know. I feel like I'm not very organized, but what has helped me is doing more of the same things in one go. So let's say, like, if I want to make videos that day, I'm gonna make 2 or 3 videos in a row. Like, I'm gonna film them or I'm gonna record them in a like bulk, and then I'm gonna also edit them like 3 like at once. So that makes it easier, like compared to having to set up the camera and like record it and edit it like from the start to the end, like every time over and over again.
Okay, that's great. Good to know that. You also showed us a great interest in project management and startup. So, what excites you the most about the startup ecosystem here in Oulu?
I love startups because there is, well, obviously there is never certainty about business. It's always so uncertain. But in my previous business, I made the mistake of creating a product, or actually creating multiple products that nobody wanted to buy.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, and then through my studies at the business school, I learned about startups, and I learned about how the process of creating a startup is about building products that somebody actually wants to buy. So it's not like you just create a product and hope that somebody will buy it.
Okay.
Because that's very uncertain. That's like, that's scary even. So that's why I love startups, because it's so easy to pivot. Like, you are not working too hard on something that nobody wants. You have an idea, you test it, you build something, you test it again. So you're not wasting too much time on making something that nobody wants to buy.
All right. So I also see that you have interest in AI. How do you see that AI is helping entrepreneurs to achieving their goals in building startups and throughout their entrepreneurship journey? How do you see it?
For me personally, what AI helps me with the most is writing or polishing text. Yeah, I hardly ever make AI write text for myself, but what I do is that I just write some thoughts like directly from my head, and I don't worry about the grammar or stuff like that. I just like write my thoughts down, and then I can just give it to AI and say like, polish this, like make it sound grammatically correct, like make it sound good and professional.
Yeah,
So
totally understandable.
that makes like everything faster. I don't need to overthink or spend too much time on perfecting my own text.
All right. I do remember I was going through to your LinkedIn, and I also see that you have strong interest in music production. So how do you see that this entrepreneurship and music connect with each other? Because it sounds like a very exciting combination to me.
Yeah. I think being an entrepreneur has made me feel like I can do anything.
Mhm.
So typically how it used to be in the music business, and it still is to some degree today, is that, you know, it's controlled by the big companies. If you want to be a recording artist, it's going to be very tough. But today, anybody can be a recording artist. You can just make music at home, buy the equipment, even just a regular laptop, that's enough. You can start with it. And with like very cheap equipment, you can make like professional quality sounding music. And then like just, I think for free even, you can just put it out there and now you're an artist.
That's great. That's a very exciting combination indeed. So you are also the part of Oulu Entrepreneurship Society. You are like very active member. You are treasurer of Oulu Entrepreneurship Society. So what motivate you to be the part of this entrepreneurship society, and how was your experience so far? Yeah.
Yeah, I think I joined like last September or something, October, September. And I think it might have been this startup crawl. Like I saw that.
Oh yeah. Startup crawl to Nokia. I do remember.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
also attended that.
Yeah, I noticed like I felt like, okay, I want to work at Nokia. Then I noticed like, okay, Oulu ES is going to Nokia, and I was like, okay, let's go. I went there, and yeah, I don't know. I just started talking to people there, and I feel like we all have this common interest and passion for building something new, and lots of great energy among us, and lots of like support and great people in the startup ecosystem here in Oulu, and I just ended up being here and enjoying it.
That's great. And to all the students and the young entrepreneurs in this city, Oulu, what do you recommend? Why they should join this Oulu Entrepreneurship Society? Like, what kind of benefits they can get from here?
If you want to be an entrepreneur and you're a student or young person, you should definitely join Oulu ES, because don't make the mistake that I did, like trying to do everything on your own. It's going to be so hard, and if you face a problem, it's gonna be so hard, like figuring out how to deal with it. But here, like at Oulu ES, and like in the whole ecosystem, all the people that I've met, everybody is so like encouraging, and they're like, do you need help with anything? Like, if you have any questions, you can ask us. And it's very encouraging and supporting. And if you have any kind of problem and you go talk to people like us or people in the ecosystem, like even if we don't know how to fix your problem, we probably know somebody who can fix it. So we can tell you to go to that person.
Exactly, that's the point. You have to, at some point, you have to delegate some tasks, learn from others, seek for help whenever you need help.
Yeah.
You also seems like accomplished a lot of things. Where do you see yourself as an entrepreneur in like next 2 to 3 years?
That's a nice question. Well, I have applied for a job, so I really don't know where life is going to take me, but if I'm going to be an entrepreneur, I would love that. And in 2-3 years, being an entrepreneur, I would see myself having created something that I really enjoy and putting in the work every day, and something that other people find beneficial as well.
Yeah, exactly. Got it. So finally, what kind of advice you would like to give to the audience who want to start their own business, but they have no idea where they can start from? They are just figuring it out. So what do you recommend?
Just come to one of us. Come to Oulu ES or anybody in the startup ecosystem. If you can or want to, there are lots of like free trainings available from like Business Oulu, Startup Oulu. Even most of Oulu ES events are free, so it's like very low barrier. And from those events, you're gonna learn new things. You're gonna start networking with like-minded people, which is very helpful. And from there, you can start.
Yeah, there is also Oulu Business School. They are also conducting so many activities. So if you are still figuring out, you can talk with any one of them and they can help you at any point. That's what I have also observed.
Yeah, for sure.
Kaisa, having you on podcast was a wonderful experience for me and for my audience as well, for sure. Your journey is truly inspiring for all of us, and I'm sure that listeners have gained some very valuable points from your story. So thank you very much for sharing your story.
Thank you.
Welcome. To all of the listeners, if you are a student or an inspiring entrepreneur, don't forget to check out the Oulu Entrepreneurship Society. It's a great place to learn and turn your ideas into reality. Follow us on social media, Instagram and LinkedIn especially, and stay tuned for upcoming podcast. Until next time, this is Muhammad Ahmad signing off. See you in the next podcast. Bye.
Bye.